Let's take a look at some examples, some toy examples and then some real examples. Here we have a cartoon example of an image on the left that just has a bunch of dots in it. And those dots happen to all lie on a line, which is good. So this is a noise-free Hough example, of which there are none in the real universe, but I've got one here. No, I was about to say I made one. No, I stole this one. Others I made, these I stole. So on the left here in image space, we have a bunch of points that all lie on the line. And they lie on a perfect line, so that's how you know this is a cartoon example, because that never actually happens for real. What we have on the right are the votes. And what you can see here is that each dot is creating a particular trace. And you'll notice that those are parts of sinusoids. Okay, here's another one. And that comes from that equation that I was saying before. And what's most important is all the votes over here line up, and that's how we would know that's where the line is. See? So cool. All right, suppose I showed you the picture of a square, all right, and I ran an edge detector on it. What would you expect to see in Hough space? Well, let's see. How many lines do we have on a square? That you learned hopefully before 7th grade. There would be 4 lines, okay? And you would get a Hough accumulator array, a voting thing that looks like this. And here you see that there are 4 peaks. It's a little hard to see sometime in the image, but the idea is that the values there are much higher than the values elsewhere, and you can see how the votes overlap. So here you would know that there were 4 lines, and you'd be able to pull them out, okay? Here's another Blocks World scene. You can see that there's a bunch of edges there, and here's the Hough array, and you can see there's sort of sinusoids dancing all over the place. Here, by the way, you see one really big bright spot. What's that spot going to be? Well, that's going to correspond to this nice, big, long edge. There are other spots, and that makes sense because there are other lines. But this big, bright one is going to be the longest one because it has the most votes.